ahead of this final race of the weekend for the 5 Club Racing MX-5 Cup. The 5-second board is shown. We've got the excitement of watching the likes of Ali Bray and Ben Short trying to pick through from relatively lowly grid positions. The lights go out and away they go. So Courtney Mills on pole position, sort of out-dragged a little bit there by Ian Tomlinson in the number 9 car as they head up towards Rich's Corner for the first time. So we'll see who it is that turns in first. I think it's going to be Tomlinson. George King in 55 has made a good start as well and slots up into second place.
Ben Short's right there already. He ends in second or third, so he might lead by the time they get down to the hairpin.
Problem though for number 90, which is Andrew Robinson, who has a little bit of a spin but soon recovers. But it's Tomlinson leading, George King second. Someone going quite deep into the Wilson hairpin, but everyone getting around it by the looks of it on this opening lap. A bit of dust being kicked up. That's not unexpected in the circumstances. So Tomlinson, King, and then Ben Short in third place. Courtney Milnes in fourth, I think, as they headed through Wilson.
Yes, Ben Short didn't quite manage to do what I thought he might have done. So third place, so pretty good. An excellent start there from the champion. There comes Ali Ray around the outside of Jordan Johnson, and he gets there. So there's just one car now between him and Ben Short. They're 4 wide. That's touching. That's Ben Abbott round the outside. He's trying to make progress after that incident in the earlier race. So Ben Abbott there gaining positions. He started much further down on the grid. He's third in the championship. Here's Courtney Mills. There's Ali Bray behind. The double winner this weekend goes past her up the inside, and that's fourth. It's sideways. He controls it, and now he can see Ben Short in front of him.
Okay, well, this is what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to follow Ben Short through, didn't he? And that's exactly what he's doing. So around Williams they go onto the Bentley Straight, halfway around this opening lap of probably 7 in the 5 Club Racing MX-5 Cup. And it's George King trying to find a way past, but no, he's bound to third, isn't he? So it's Ben Short now going for the lead. He's going to go around the outside of Ian Tomlinson into Brundle. Oh, yeah, no, not quite. He's off on the grass on the inside, so he's going to cut across. Where's he going to rejoin? He's going to rejoin well in the lead of the race, actually, so that might be a track limits issue. But for second now, it's Ali Bray around the outside of Tomlinson. Tomlinson down to third, George King fourth.
Well, what happens about this? Because Ben Short gained a place to take the lead, and the car behind him is no longer the car that he passed. So that, and he's got a big lead. That shouldn't really be allowed, I would suggest.
Yeah, well, it's a track limits infringement, so it counts as one of his potential track limits infringements. I think that's all you can do really in a track limit situation, and not a lot more that you can do.
Let's see.
But anyways, they come up towards the end of the first lap. It's Ben Short then that leads. Ali Bray second. Third is Ian Tomlinson. Fourth is George King. Courtney Milnes is fifth. Jack Sycamore sixth. Ben Hansey seventh. Jordan Johnson eighth. Marcus Bailey ninth. And Cian Donaldson rounds out the top 10.
Okay, so it's Ali Bray going after Ben Short. So it just took one lap anyway for them to get to the front there from 8th and 10th on the grid. Ben Hansey 7th, so he hasn't gained too much. Ben Abbott's up to 14th. Those two drivers battling for second in the championship, but Ben Abbott really needs to win it, which is somewhat unlikely as the rest of the field make their way down. And Ali Bray's with Ben Short now, so he's caught that second up. Whether Ben Short perhaps let him catch a bit because of what happened a few corners ago. Anyway, they are together. They're a long way ahead of the rest. In third is Ian Tomlinson with George King trying to come around the outside. You've got Courtney Milnes and Jack Sycamore side by side behind, so Sycamore's making decent progress. And it's 2 by 2 through the hairpin, and I think Sycamore's gone round the outside of Milnes to get 5th. He had, and in front George King still alongside Ian Tomlinson, and he's gone right round the outside, and he's got there, I think, into third, and now Jack Sycamore's going to try and follow him, but Tomlinson's the latest on the brakes. Is he going to get through the Oggies corner here? I think he is. He hangs on. He's still there in third. There are, 6 cars involved in this battle. Towards the back of it, you've got Ben Hansey and Jordan Johnson involved as well, so this is a great battle. Behind the top 2, Hansey runs out wide there, out of Williams, so this is a great battle for third place. The 2 leaders are duking it out as well now, with Ali Bray right with Ben Short, but third, they're 3 wide, are they here, Ian?
Yeah, Ian Tomlinson usually drives quite a wide car, but this is for the lead then. Ben Short, number 71, and Ali Bray in the 778 car, who's a guest driver this weekend. Further back, Tomlinson, yep, he's still got his elbows out, keeping at bay anyone and everyone behind him. And at the moment, it is the Jack Sycamore car that's immediately behind him. Ben Hansey and Courtney Milnes, they're very close indeed. Ben Hansey looking set to take second place in the championship. He's a few points ahead now of Ben Abbott, who came through in 14th position at the end of lap 1, which was a gain of a few places. I think he started about 21st, didn't he, or something like that in the end. But here's Tomlinson then in third place as they come towards the end of lap 2. 10 minutes of the race left to go. That's the 66 car we just get a shot of. That's Hayden McDonald just outside the top 10.
Here's a battle for third, and finally Jack Sycamore is alongside and nosing ahead of Ian Tomlinson. There's more than 6 cars involved in this battle now, as they've been battling. More have joined in, so third now is the way of 881. Jack Sycamore in the AB Motorsport car ahead of Ian Tomlinson. For the lead, it was nose to tail. Ben Short ahead of Ali Bray. They're still in that order. Sycamore locks up in third. Is that going to give Ian Tomlinson a chance? I don't think it does. But you've got about 10 or so of them now involved in this battle. You've got George King and Ben Hansey, who are the next two through. I noticed Ben Abbott is involved in this because he's in 12, so towards the back of this group of cars is Ben Abbott, so he's making great progress from not the best of starting positions, but Ian Tomlinson go back after Jack Sycamore, heading down towards the hairpin. They're side by side behind as Ben Hansey tries to come around the outside there of George King, but I don't think it's going to work out because Hansey's sideways over the grass. He's back on, but that will all rather sideways. Ben Abbott's in a kind of similar position on the grass as he's trying to muscle his way around the outside of another competitor there, but Jack Sycamore now ahead of Ian Tomlinson. You'd think he might be able to get away. He's now there in third position, but so far he's not really breaking the toe as there's more side-by-side action going on behind them.
And they're a long way behind Short and Bray now, out in front of this field. There's Jordan Johnson, number 92, just in behind Marcus Bailey, 54, two very consistent drivers in the championship this year. Here comes Bray then, looking for a hat-trick of wins, chasing after Ben Short, but you can see how much of a lead they've got over Jack Sycamore in third place now, and another of the guest drivers, and Ian Tomlinson in fourth. So Tomlinson's effectively net second here because we take out Bray and we take out Sycamore from the results here as far as points are concerned. There's Johnson, just behind him is the Keane Donaldson car, number 97, and they're making their way out of the bomb hole towards Coram, coming through to complete lap 3 of the race. And Sycamore just making a little bit of a break from Tomlinson, but not hugely pulling away from him. Marcus Bailey's got a little bit of a queue behind him now, which includes at the back of it Ben Abbott, doesn't it? So he's buying into the fight for the lowly places in the top 10. Leaders have gone through already, and let's have a look at what the gap is now. Yeah, it's nearly 7 seconds between Bray and Sycamore.
Indeed, but they're having great time in that battle behind them. But here for the lead, Ali Bray up the outside of Ben Short into the Wilson hairpin and trying to get a tighter line on the exit of the corner. But Ben Short's very wise to that, so he's unable to do anything. So they stay in that same order, still with Ben Short ahead of Ali Bray. They turn their way up towards the Palmer corner for the 4th time of what should be a 7-lap race. They use lots of curb through there. Two great drivers here. Ben Short, I think they've done a lot more racing than Ali Bray, but Bray putting on a great show this weekend.
Jack Sycamore's had the track limits warning flag. Now it's going to go out to Ben Hansey as we watch the two leaders together at Agostini, and it is still side by side between the two of them. Short on the outside line for Hamilton, Bray on the inside line, but Bray's just about got it done, I think. Short all over the grass on the exit of the corner. Well, back on the inside goes Short on the inside at Oggies. No, it's Bray that's just about going to hang on, I think.
That started all at Agostini, didn't it, with an up the inside move for Ali Bray, which has worked out. He's got the lead, so great stuff there from Ali Bray to take the lead of this race there. And I think Ben Short's the only driver that's got a triple, isn't it, this season. Can Ali Bray make it work for him here at Snetterton then? And he might not stay in front for very long because Ben Short's on the inside. He breaks desperately late for the S's. They turn into Brundle and Ali breaks heavy sideways. He saves it, but Ben Short is through. He's into the lead of the race. This is a great battle between the two of them. So it's back to how it was at the start of the lap. So if you're watching, looking at the lap chart, you wouldn't know all about this great racing they've been having. If anything, Ben Short's got a slightly bigger lead now after that big old slide that Ali Bray had going through the left-hander at Brundle.
Still 3 laps to go, though, at the end of this one, so lots of time for things to be sorted out. That issue on the first lap up at Brundle and Nelson for Ben Short, I think, will probably largely be forgotten about as the race has developed in this way. I think Short was inevitably going to get past Ian Tomlinson at some point, so it just sort of perhaps happened a little bit earlier than it might have done. A few more drivers getting the driving standards flag this time as they cross the line. think possibly one of them might be Ben Hansey, in actual fact, who's just crossing the line there in 6th position, behind Ian Tomlinson and George King, but ahead of Courtney Mills and Ben Abbott. Ben Abbott up to 8th place now, so he's had a good drive through the field here as he tries to get 2nd place in the championship, but he needs a problem to affect Ben Hansey, I think, and certainly to finish ahead of Ben Hansey.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good battle through the field. Across the line there, Stephen Robinson and James McCann, I think, battling just inside the top 20, side by side. And through goes number 13 then, James McCann into 19th position. He's got good pace compared to those around him, so he's looking to move forward. But Ali Bray for the lead, trying to come round the outside of Ben Short into Agostini. Bray, Short knows that Bray can break late here because he passed him on the previous lap, so he was very defensive, and he was able, therefore, to stay in front. On the previous lap, Jack Sycamore was slightly quicker than these two as they were battling so hard. They turn now left then through Hamilton. Ali Bray just gives a slight tap on the brakes as they turn into there. I don't think we saw any brake lights for Ben Short. Through there into Augie. Now you can see Bray working at the wheel. He gets a tighter line, but Ben Short covers him off into the Williams corner. He defends, but what Bray would be keen to do is make a good exit, and then that speed can take him all the way down the Bentley straight, but Short blocks him, so there's a touch between the two of them, the slightest of touches, and as they head down to the vehicle bridge, it could be either of them that's in front by the end.
It could be. Notice that George King's got ahead of Ian Tomlinson for 4th position off camera, but he did that, I think, at Oggie's, so he's gone through. And he now will be chasing after Jack Sycamore, I think. Ben Hansey, I don't know if he got through as well. We'll try and pick that up in a minute. But here are the leaders, and it's Ali Bray challenging into the bomb hole, but no, he tucks back in behind Ben Short there, the champion for the 2021 season. And look at this gap that they've got back now to Sycamore in 3rd place. Just an illustration there of how big it is. The leaders are at Coram. This is lap 5 of what's probably going to be 7 here. Up to Murray as they come, turning their way through the left-hander now, back onto the centre straight. Jack Sycamore, you could just see very briefly in the background there, pretty much on his own now, I think, in 3rd place.
Looks like Ben Hansey's passed them all. He did a 4th in that group.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is a white car, or white-fronted car now at the front of that group. And Ben Abbott, he's not too far behind either now. In fact, he's involved in that. We've lost George King. He's dropped back several places, actually. And now you've got Ben Abbott out of our window challenging in Tomlinson for 5th position. And he's done it. And so those two are right together on track. But the leaders are also right together on track. Ben Short ahead of Ali Bray for the moment, but only just as they come out of the Wilson hairpin. But 2nd and 3rd in the championship are now 4th and 5th on the road, Ben Hansey and Ben Abbott. Wonderful drive this from Ben Abbott, but a wonderful drive too from Ben Short to keep Ali Bray at bay for the moment.
Absolutely. Bray was side by side with him into the Wilson hairpin, but just couldn't make anything work. What about into Agostini? He's done this before. Short sort of sits his car in the middle of the road, which puts off Ali Bray from putting a move on through there. And we're looking back for 3rd. There's Jack Sycamore for 4th. Ben Hansey and Ben Abbott, the back drivers, battling for 2nd in the championship. And Ben Abbott absolutely been flying along in this race, starting from row 12 on the grid to now move inside the top 5. But hard to focus away from the leaders because at any moment you expect them to be side by side again. And Short runs very wide. He's on the grass, 2 wheels on the grass, and that's given Ali Bray the inside line, heading down towards Williams. And Bray retakes the lead. Perhaps a little mistake there from Ben Short. Seen a couple of mistakes from Short this weekend. I think that is because how hard Ali Bray's been pushing him.
Absolutely right. And talking of pushing him, Ben Short almost pushing Ali Bray along the straight there, and he's back through. He's nosing ahead as they head down the Bentley straight, so he used the toe there. He's going to be on the outside line though, but it doesn't matter because he's already fully ahead now as they turn into Brundle for the penultimate time. Riding up over the curbs there was Ben Short at Brundle, and now Nelson out of it they come, and down towards the bomb hole it is number 71, Ben Short from 778, Ali Bray in 2nd place, and then around about 7.5 seconds back in 3rd is Jack Sycamore. Another look there by Ali Bray as they come into Coram, and the two of them are side by side there for the lead of the race, and it's still neck and neck as they come into the braking area for Murray's. Short just about hangs on, and Bray tucks back in behind for 2nd place, and we have got them coming up to the line to start the final lap of the race here. 35 seconds left on the clock. Bray in the slipstream. Can he make a move as they go up into Richie's corner? He looks to the left-hand side of the circuit, but Ben Short covers that off, turning their way now through the right-hander. Bray is not giving up on this, and he's trying to go through on the inside now. There's a little mistake from Short there. Jinx to the left-hand side of the circuit for the Wilson hairpin, but again, Short covers that off.
Bray had to brake not to run into the back of Ben Short when Short cut across the circuit to defend from him in quite aggressive fashion, but Ali Bray saw that coming, so he avoided contact. There's still, what, 3/4 of the lap or so to go. There's plenty of time for Bray to re-challenge Ben Short here on this, the final lap of what's been a great race to complete the 5 Club Racing MX-5 season. And who's going to win? Is Ben Short going to take another victory? Well, he locks up into the hairpin. Bray breaks super late, but can't really make anything of it. Short's not run too wide, I don't think. So Ben Short is looking for win number 12 of the season. If Ali Bray is able to win, he'll be the second most winning driver of the year, despite only competing at one meeting. But here he comes down into Olgate. He's not past him yet. This is where Short made a mistake a lap ago, and again he's very sideways, and again that's allowed Ali Bray alongside into the Williams corner, and Short turns into Bray and hits him, and that means Bray's got a loose rear bumper now. He didn't mean to do that, of course, but they're so close, so there was contact there, and again Short's got the run down the straight as Ali Bray's car tries to fall away from itself, the rear bumper. And I don't think it affects the drag at all on these cars. Either way, Ben Short has retaken the lead after that touch the two of them had. So it's Ben Short back in front of Ali Bray with just a few corners to go, Ian.
Well, I think the bumpers now come detached by the looks of it, because if it hadn't, it'd been a black and orange flag territory if we'd got any more laps to go, which we haven't. But they are through the bomb hole now for the final time. Can Ali Bray find a way back through? He's not giving up on this yet. He had a look up the inside as they head into Coram Curve. The right-hander is on the outside of the circuit now as they go around this long right-hander. I don't think he's going to be able to get up on the inside into Murray's, so is it going to be all about a drag race to the line? Who has more momentum out of the final corner? Bray has good speed, so too though does Short, so they are going to come up to the line. Bray's in the slipstream at the moment. Is he going to jink out of it at the last minute? He is not going to do that. They were almost alongside though as they crossed over the line, and the gap between them just a 1/10 of a second at the end. Both of them with hands out of the cockpit, I can see, waving to celebrate that performance. Jack Sycamore takes 3rd place, and 4th and 5th over the line. Ben Hansey just beating Ben Abbott and secures 2nd place in the championship with that. And it's good to see that Ben Abbott was within a 1/10 of a second of Ben Hansey at the end from the lowly good position. Courtney Milnes took 6th. Cian Donaldson a 5-second penalty, so 7th on the road, but that will drop him down to, well, outside the top 10. Ian Tomlinson takes 8th place, having been leading on the opening lap, number 9. 9th to number 55, George King, and 10th to number 54, Marcus Bailey. But that was a breathless race.
Yeah, it's all going on, isn't it, the last couple of races. And it might stay in that kind of attitude or type of racing we're going to have here at Snetterton. But great stuff. And Ben Short finally is able to beat Ali Bray this weekend. He's had to work hard at it, and it got close a few times on that last lap of the race. And Ben Hansey's now being penalised as well for track limits, so he's going to be further down the order as well, Ian.
Well, that is going to put him into 11.31, becomes 16.31. That is going to drop him down to 10th position, I think. So hang on, we ought to do some maths here on our spreadsheet, because that will mean that Ben Abbott gets the points for 2nd place, so he will get 98. 97, well corrected. And then what did we say for Ben Hansey?
So 10th minus
10th,
2.
which is 8th, which will be 90 points. So I reckon, yeah, it'll be Hansey by 3 points from Ben Abbott, but much closer than it might have been.
There's the rear bumper of Kevin Danegate's car, driven by Ali Bray this weekend. I don't think that would be too much problem, but here are the results. Here.
Yes, Ben Short taking the win in number 71 by 0.1 seconds from number 778, Ali Bray. 881, Jack Sycamore it was that took 3rd position. Ben Hansey, 4th on the road, but with a penalty that will drop him down several places. 5th to number 93, Ben Abbott. 6th to the 777 car of Courtney Milnes. In 7th place, number 97, Cian Donaldson. 8th to number 9, Ian Tomlinson. 9th to George King in 55. And Marcus Bailey rounded out the top 10 on the road, at least, with car 54. Further back, you've got the likes of Jordan Johnson and Matthew Short, Hayden McDonald. Another good drive from Liam Cochrane there to 14th. David Abbott 15th. Peter Griffin, 1 place improvement on earlier, from 17th up to 16th he's got in that race, ahead of Adrian Johnson, Matthew Pennefather-Neils, James McCann and Sam Moody. Further back down, Nico Favreau, for example, in 23rd. Steve Quenby had some dramas yesterday. 26th, Billy King finishing the race in 28th position. And Jake Ricklewright got to the end this time after a couple of retirements, finishing in 32nd position. So that was a very good race for the Switch MX-5 Cup by 5 Club. Look forward to more of their racing during the course of next season. Ben Short, of course, the champion, and a very good final race of the season. Let's go down to hear from him now with Matt Suckling.
Thanks very much, Ian. Yep, down here with our final race winner of the MX-5 Cup for 2021, and it's Ben Short, the champion for this year, 12-time winner. That was a hard-fought race, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Ali's been driving really well all weekend. Car seems pucker. He's driving so calmly and precisely. And I was counting down the laps because Ali was putting on the moves everywhere, and I was sort of running out of ideas on how to stop it. And I've always said to Ali, you know, if only you stop making mistakes, you'd be always at the front. And I made the same mistake 2 laps on the bounce and gave him rev it straight. But yeah, I haven't had to work that hard in a really long time.
You must have had to try every trick in the book. As you said, you were kind of weaving, you were kind of braking as late as you could. So it was a hard race there. Yeah,
braking as late as I could, offline, waiting at the apex, not get on the gas to try and hold him up. And yeah, you know, I might have braked a quarter of a second at once or twice, but within moments he's straight back on it. So yeah, really good fun race, really enjoyed it. I see on the way in I have to go and have a chat with the man upstairs, but I can't think of anything other than track limits I might be in trouble for, so he might have 1 or 3, but for now I'm happy to be out having a good race with Ali again, just like the old days.
Great job. Well done, Ben. Well done this year as well. Congratulations on the victory. Let's grab a quick word if we can with Ali Bray, who had a great weekend. Ali, many congratulations. Second place, you were trying for the triple, but Ben just outsmarted you slightly towards the end.
Yeah. Ben can have that one. That was all him. He drove really well there. It was a great battle. Lots of side-by-side stuff. In the reverse grid race as well, the first few laps were really interesting. It was brilliant. It was great race. It's Josh Barrett's birthday today, so he's up in the commentary booth. So happy birthday, Josh. Hope you're having a great day.
There we go, Josh. Happy birthday, as we said earlier. And again, Ali, you must have been kind of happy to be back, and some great racing this weekend. What are you going to look towards next year, or are you going to go back into the managerial role and just see what the rest can do?
I may have the bug back after this weekend, so we'll see what winter brings, and yeah, maybe if I'm in the car all the time, maybe I'll put Ben Short back a notch next year, but we'll see.
Great stuff. Great to have you back this weekend, Ali. Well done.
Thank you for the team, family. I've got loads of support here today, friends, so thanks to them for coming.
There you go. They got you on the podium 3 times as well.
Jack Sycamore's on the podium again. Big Jack.
Come on, Jack. Come and have a quick chat with us as well. Jack, well done. You've tried all weekend to get there. Nice to have you back as well. How was that race for you?
Yeah, it was really good. It's the first time I've experienced the reverse grid with 5 Club. So it added a different dynamic, and it was really good. And as you say, like 5th, 4th, the next logical step was 3rd. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Really glad to be back. Massive thanks to my girlfriend Holly, to the AB team, Ali and Nikki, for giving me this weekend, this opportunity. And the car's been magic, and it's after 4 years away. It's just been about getting back into the groove of it.
And how about you in terms of the bug? Ali just said he might have the bug. Have you got the bug to come back?
The bug never goes away. So yeah, I've always got the bug. We'll see what goes for next year. It depends on finances, obviously, and stuff like that. So we'll see. But this weekend's definitely been great. It's been really well done by the 750 and 5 Club as always. So it's been great to be back at the paddock. Yeah.
Well, great to have you back. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
There we go. Jack Sycamore making the podium in the final MX-5 race of the year, alongside, of course, Ali Bray, double winning this weekend, second in that race, and Ben Short, the champion, on the top step of the podium. So there we go. That's it for MX-5s for this year. We've got more racing on track next, so as we look forward to the 3rd and final race for the PBS Brakes Hot Hatch Championship.